Episode 9 of X-Men 97 begs the question of what makes a good guy and what makes a bad guy. How long do one really need to continue enduring oppression before they reach their breaking point and retaliate? This episode resonated with me and made me understand Magneto's motivations on a deeper level. Magneto's actions to me are not just as a result of hate for humans, but is something I consider a cry for help, if that makes sense. A cry for help from someone that has endured enough and suffered enough loss at the hands of those who were supposed to be allies, and it's time for him to retaliate. Back in episode 2, we saw Magneto begin his first step to redemption by helping humans in danger. We saw him lead the X-Men, and we also saw him surrendering himself willingly to the Human Council. He did all this to show that he is ready for redemption and is ready to move on to a peaceful coexistence among humans and mutants. He also did those things in order to honor Charles Xavier's request for him to embrace the path for peace. Despite being on the path for redemption, Magneto did not fail to warn the council that if they failed to reciprocate his plea for peace and continued oppressing mutants, that they wouldn't be able to control his retaliation.
I am trying to be better. Do not make me let you down.
But even after all Magneto's pleadings, what he got in return was hate, betrayal, and genocide from humans. The humans broke their promise for peaceful coexistence with mutants when they attacked Genosha, even after it was recognized by the UN as a mutant nation. Magneto watched the city of Genosha burn to the ground. He saw Gambit and other mutants lose their life. Leech's death pained him the most because he promised Leech that Genosha was going to be a safe haven for mutants, but it was a safe haven that killed Leech, and perhaps Leech would have still been alive if he did not go to Genosha. Leech's death hurt Magneto so much because he watched his promise to Leech turn into a lie, and not only that, Magneto watched every other mutant's dream crumble to the ground together with the walls of Genosha. All happened because he decided to give humans the benefit of doubt and respect his friend's wish. Yes, you may argue that it was Bastion that orchestrated the whole Genosha attack by manipulating Godzilla's Sentinel. Yes, I'm well aware of that, but humans also played a role in it, and here is how. After the whole attack, the government literally did nothing to show remorse of what happened to the mutant nation. Hell, even the UN did not offer any support to the mutants during the aftermath. We could only see the mutants helping each other. Where is the coordination? Where is the sympathy? Where is the support from humans? Nothing was seen. It was all the mutants literally helping themselves and picking up the pieces left in the Genosha massacre. Cyclops reached out to President Kelly for assistance, and his response was that his hands were tied due to political reasons. At this point, it's clear that the mutants are on their own and the trust is broken, and personally I believe that trust is the foundation for any relationship, and now that it can't be banked on again, Magneto can no longer trust humans to hold on their promise for peace. So that was a clear message that we don't want you here from humans. The next option for Magneto at this point is to take matters into his hands and do things his own way, and that is what he wants to do. He wants to build a new nation and a safe world for mutants, since the old ones did not work and the peace talk he had with the Human Council did not work as well. Magneto has done everything humanly possible that he could do for a peace talk by honoring Charles Xavier's request to embrace the path for peace. So at this point, since that method did not work, it's left for Professor Charles Xavier to turn to Magneto's side and try his method out to see if it's going to work. All Magneto wants is just for Professor Xavier and the X-Men to help him build a new world for mutants, but they are still holding on to a world for humans and mutants in it, knowing fully well they are not wanted in it. This is literally the situation we have on ground, and with that being said, I'm going to be supporting Magneto every step of the way, provided he is going to be strictly fighting for mutants' freedom from humans. Rogue made her choice to join Magneto because she literally saw firsthand what happened to Gambit in Genosha, and she doesn't want to experience that again, all in the name of seeking for a peaceful coexistence with humans. Sunspot, on the other hand, witnessed his mother turn against him in front of everybody, and that showed him that not even his human family members are on his side, so you can't blame him for making a decision to follow Magneto's path because they are the ones with the experience. Bro, I'm not a fan of any other version of Magneto, but this version of Magneto changed my entire perspective on the character Magneto. Like, I can now deeply understand where his anger and frustrations are coming from. And looking at it, he's literally not asking for much. All Magneto is asking for is just for total detachment from humans, since they don't want them in their world. Professor Xavier is just too good for me. Bro is still fighting for humans and mutants coexistence when the humans in question have continuously proven him wrong. Initially, I was moving on with Professor Xavier's viewpoint on human mutant coexistence until Magneto asked him this question.
You bequeathed it to me, asked me to walk your path. Are you prepared to walk mine?
This particular question was what sold me to Magneto immediately, because if they keep pandering to humans, they will end up being Bastion's slave in 300 years to come, and that is what Charles fails to see. Bro is still being delusional, thinking one day humans will peacefully coexist with mutants, but it's not happening anytime soon. So I say, let's go with Magneto's plan. Let everyone do their thing moving forward, and that is honestly the best thing for them at this point. This episode undoubtedly was amazing. They still maintained their incredible visuals and fight scenes, and the dialogue among the characters were peak. I really enjoyed this dialogue between Magneto and Charles Xavier, and this point when Magneto told Charles shut up was so funny to me.
Shut up.
Because bro, like, he literally needs to keep the fucking mute. In this episode, we saw Bastion mourn his mother after the blackout from Magneto. I was not surprised because I saw it coming. Bro thought he was sleek, turning his mom into a prime sentinel. Like, the fuck you thought this was? Like, this is what you get. Next time, don't leave your mom out of it entirely. Charles Xavier is officially back in this episode, and he explained to Cyclops why he handed over the X-Men to Magneto, because he wants to spare them the weight of loyalty to him. And I understand where he was coming from, because in some instances, loyalty can leave a person forever feeling indebted to someone without knowing how to break free. So it makes sense if that is what Charles had in mind when he gave up his X-Men to Magneto. Storm and Forge returned in this episode and reunited with the X-Men. It was so cool to see Storm finally back with the team, guys. I liked how Beast made Forge explain why his magnetic prosthetics were not affected despite Magneto's blackout.
Your augmented prosthetics remain functional despite Magneto's blackout.
This whole thing rigged together an electrostatic reflector ages ago.
I really do be enjoying this type of insights. Seeing the team reunited as they plan to take out Bastion was so dope. Like, it's so amazing that we got to see this moment again before they all separated and went their separate ways. Bastion is the ultimate command server for the Prime Sentinels, so taking him out is like the best move. And the fight was funny because Morph literally thought he was sleek, turning into Sinister to take out Bastion, and then he caught him in the act. Morph also never fails to give us amazing cameos. Like, I love that we got Hulk cameo in this episode. It was so dope when he said Morph smash. And for Wolverine, bro was literally being wild and constantly itching to fight Magneto in this episode. I'm like, chill, yeah, I don't know what you're looking for, but he ended up getting what he wanted. We also got Jean and Sinister's fight. I like how Sinister is literally Jean's arch enemy. Like, his obsession with Jean is just so funny to me. I don't take Sinister seriously, so anything he does is just funny to me. This episode was another great episode and is still living up to the hype around the 3-part story arcs. I just can't wait to see the final episode and see how it all ends. If you made it to this level of the video, you are the real MVP. I really appreciate you watching my videos. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm out of here.